Hey everybody, welcome back. This right here is proof that social media is fake. Don't believe what you see on the interwebs. Don't even believe me. We all know I'm full of Before I start this video, let me just reassert that you are beautiful and you don't need Photoshop. Must be her sister in the car. Oh yeah, you kind of forgot to facetune the reflection, eh? What happened? Face app didn't recognize the reflection as a face? Okay, but here's something weird. Why is the reflection smiling and not... Is that supposed to be happening? Can you like get rid of like a smile now? Cause it kind of looks like, you know, those evil twins that hang out in your mirror, you know. Oh, you guys don't have one of those? A fairly popular local influencer recently made an appearance on TV. A lot of her fans apparently had trouble recognizing her at first. Oh yes. I mean, okay, but see, the thing is number one, she's not wearing makeup, like eye makeup. And number two, let's all be honest, lip fillers look good. They do, they look good in pictures. Honestly, kind of depends on like where you get them done. I've never really seen many that I like, but maybe that's because the ones that I like actually look natural. But when I'm looking at this, I'm like, yeah, that's because that's what lip fillers look like when they move, you know? Like when you smile. That's why Kylie Jenner looks so peculiar when she moves around, because you're used to seeing her like totally stone face. And then she moves and you're like, oh, that looks a little bit unnatural. A man for a change, not sure if it's satire or for real. Behold the wall-bending biceps and butt. Whoa. Honestly, man, let's just, we need to take away editing apps from people who don't know how to edit. Like, it's just, back in my day, you needed to know how to use Photoshop in order to do something like this. And now any Joe with a smartphone can just put his photo in there and embarrass himself. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like he gave himself a BBL. Or maybe he skipped glute day, guys. He just skipped glute day. And this right here is your friendly reminder to subscribe. Nothing weird to go along with it today, just please sub, thank you very much. Skipped leg day, forever. Oh, I can see that. Guys, just never skip leg day, ever. Don't, it's not worth it. Part of this is the angle, I think. It's hard to tell if there's Photoshop or maybe it's just a really awkward angle. But even the angle doesn't stop it from looking like he should have not skipped leg day, you know? Found in the wild on Instagram. Whoa, look at that jawline. What is happening? That's enough. You've done enough. There's no, give me your phone. Just give me your phone. I'm taking these apps away from you because clearly, like, stop it. Stop it. It looks really dumb. Look at his jawline. It goes in like that. I know for a fact that's not what his jawline looks like. Bizarre. What are you doing? Are you doing that to get rid of something here? We all have this. Dude, we all have this, okay? We all have it. Leave it alone. Just enough. I've had enough of this, says the girl that keeps making videos on it. Blended the fence into her face. Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. And see, this kind of almost looks like a professional did it. Either that or you're putting it in some sort of app like Facetune. And you're just like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. Nobody's gonna notice. I noticed. And clearly so did everybody else because it's an Instagram reality. Be happy. Be bright.
Be bursting with rage.
Be you. Occasionally use Photoshop. Is that what you're saying? Be you. You're not being yourself. You're just not. I agree. Take your own advice. Be you. Oh, she graduated, but probably not from visual arts or graphic design. Like, it's just, oh, are we not like, this is just, it's still happening, and it's like, how can you not look at that and just be like, what the f? There's so much Photoshop. There's so much of it. Absolutely bizarre, darling. Now you're gonna look back on that photo when you're older, and you're gonna be like, showing your kids your graduation, and they're gonna be like,
who's that, mommy?
Oh, that's just what I looked like when I was young. No, it wasn't. And this is an important moment as well. Honestly, the same people that say that photographers shouldn't be paid are the people that just put their photos in like Facetune and FaceApp. They're like, man, it looks like professional. This does not look professional. Leave the Photoshop to the professionals, or at least practice a little. This guy popped up in my feed as a sponsored story. Holy. Buddy looks like he's in the metaverse or something. Now that's a whole other can of worms. Sooner or later, we're gonna be doing exposing what people really look like in the metaverse. Ah yes, my dear, what skinny legs you have. couldn't possibly be Photoshop. No, the wall just bends that way. It just, that's just the shape. The model has achieved this by chewing on a plastic-looking contraption. Has he? Has he, though? Are we sure? I don't know. It's possible. Well, that's kind of intense, though. Like, I can understand wanting a defined jawline, but, like, protruding jawline? Just, like, drag this out a little bit? I don't know if that would... Maybe it just wouldn't look good on me. There was tiny head gang, and now it's giant feet gang. Okay, but are we really doing this, though? Is that, like, a consensus on what's cool now? Are we doing giant feet? Does she just have really giant feet? Guys, we could just be body shaming her. Maybe that's what her feet really look like. And in which case, I apologize. My, what big feet you have. Photoshopped herself into oblivion. Grandma can stay old looking as Why yes. Why yes. That's intense, man. Like, you can really get a feel for how much editing there is just looking at her and then looking at her grandfather. One has texture, the other does not. Reminder, this is not how these women look in real life. Thank you, that makes me feel better. It's pretty intense. That's a big badonkadonk. In my day, it was cool to not have any badonkadonk. Mind you, it was also cool to just be thin as a rail, so it's interesting to see it shift, I still have no badonkadonk, but it's also because I skipped glute day. From her profile versus tagged, holy... Yeah. Part of it is angles, the rest of it is Photoshop. Oh, who needs, a stomach? Nobody needs ribs. We don't need those to live. Let's just get rid of them. Why not? What the model posted versus the photographer. Are you freaking serious? Are you freaking serious? Stop that! Left is what the model posted, right is what the photographer posted. I'm sorry, why did you need to Photoshop it further? There's literally nothing wrong with the right. You look stunning. Your face is stunning. Why are you trying to make it so tiny? Sorry, Mr. Microphone. This just really upsets me. I don't really see the point. If I was the photographer and she's like crediting the photographer, I would be upset. I would be angry because there ain't no way in hell you're putting my name next to a Photoshop job like that. Holy what's that? That's enough. Enough! Stop it. How many of these videos do I have to make for y'all to just stop this? I don't like making these videos, contrary to popular belief. They do tend to ruffle some feathers, get into a bit of trouble every time I make them. But just stop it. Just please. I'm gonna put your phone in phone jail until you stop it. Order? Oh my, what big arms you have, sir. And such large legs as well. My, you must be able to bench press an entire elephant. It couldn't possibly be that you don't really look like that. But at least we can be certain that he is actually sitting in first class or a private jet. That part is real. He just wanted to look a little more beefy while doing it. You know what I'm saying? Put it on his Tinder prof pic. I'm telling you though, if you put that as your Tinder prof pic and you show up to the date not looking like your photos, and this is true for women too. I hear that the #1 issue on dating apps for men is that women don't look like their photos, like they Photoshop the crap out of their photos. I would not recognize you, first of all, when I showed up to the date, and second of all, if I did recognize you, I probably wouldn't want a second date. I'm just gonna say that. Like, I'm not gonna walk out on the date, because you probably would have seen me enter the restaurant. But I probably won't want a second date. Just saying. And it's not about being shallow, it's about lying. She was on a popular reality show. I'll never understand why they do this when we've all seen what they really look like. I'll never understand it either. Like, at this point, especially if you're like a big enough figurehead that there's, and you're not A-list enough to get people to edit the video, they're gonna know. They're always gonna know. And furthermore, she's pretty in real life. Look at this bottom right photo. This is what she looks like in real life. She's pretty. I just don't understand it. It's stupid as hell. Girl I go to uni with always edits her photo like this. The second pic is how she actually looks. The group photos do get ya, eh? You can never be too careful with the group photos because if more than one person has a copy, you're gonna get exposed. Furthermore, there's really nothing to expose. Like, that's just a healthy, normal body. That's all it is. It's a healthy, normal body. Her index finger seems to be melting down her bum. Oh yeah, no, that's there's a fingernail somewhere in there melting into the backside. Her butt is so hot that even her fingers melt into it. Her gravitational pull is so strong it distorts everything around her waist. Give me your phone. Give it to me. Give it to me. You've done enough. All of you, enough. Alrighty guys, that is it. Your reminder that social media is fake. And don't ever, ever, ever forget you're beautiful. And you don't need Photoshop. Subscribe.